that was the first important notification for you all. The second one is a declaration of war. I'm declaring. I'm de. I can't say it. I'm declaring war on my neighbours. So, for context around this, my sister just turned 18. She just got her P's. Good on her. She listens to the podcast sometimes, from what I understand. And you know what? Good on. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of you, Sarah. You got a bloody car. And what's devastating about this, though, is that she's been parking in my car park, which, as we all know, as the oldest sibling, is our birthright. We're entitled to a lot of things. Older siblings all agree. It's our birthright. First come, first serve, and it stays like that forever. That's what the monarchy has. That's what the monarchy's got right. Older siblings win, always. Now, as a result of this, Sarah getting a car, I've had to park on the street like some sort of pleb because I don't have a private car park anymore. I have to park on the street, and you know what? I'm annoyed with it because the neighbours across the street park their car in front of my house, and that is simply unacceptable. Again, another part of my birthright as the older sibling. I am entitled to this. I don't understand why it's such a big deal for them not to hand over the car park to me. And so here I am, parking my car 20 metres down the street because I cannot park in front of my house. It is such a minor inconvenience that it just really frustrates me. So I'm declaring war on them. And I don't know if the neighbours will ever hear or see this, but I'm going to look out the window right at their house and say, I declare war on you. And we'll leave it at that. Actually, no, we're going to have a meeting strategy, a campaign strategy. How we're going to address this without directly addressing it. Obviously, the mature thing would be to go over and say, hey, can you please not park in front of my house? But that seems too simple, right? I think what I ought to do is that I should start parking my car, inching it closer and closer to them until it becomes uncomfortable for them and they have to move their car. Move it off the property. Pop, pop. And the problem with this, though, is that my car doesn't have back sensors at the rear. So it means that I may at a point just drive into the back of their car or the front of their car. And that's a danger because that's very expensive. It's hilarious, but very expensive. I don't understand. That's where I'm at the moment. Another part of what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some chalk and mark out car park spots on the street and write mine and yours. And I'm going to put theirs right in front of their house. Across the street. They're not even on the next door neighbours. They're across the street. They're choosing not to do U-turns. I don't know why they park like that. It's not their place to park. And so I'm going to go mine and yours. And they can have theirs on the other side of the street, and I'll have my spot on my side of the street. And that way I can kick Sarah out of the car park, and she can go hang out on the curb with her car like some sort of civil servant. Whereas I deserve, as my birthright as the oldest child, as the primary car park. The car park at the front. It's parked at the moment, as former President Trump says, it looks beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's glistening in the sun. It's loving it up. It's absolutely living that car park spot. What it hates is when it's out on the street. Why? I don't know. I have such high class royalty now. Why would I want to park on the street? The street parking sucks. Someone can hit it. People can walk past your car and vomit on it or touch it, or they can break into it. Much easier. They just have to walk into the property to break into my car now, but they have to back out elaborately. Whereas when it's on the street, they just do it. They just have to do it. They can just drive away, 30, 60 second guarantee. Gone in 60 seconds they'll be. I'm going to declare war on the neighbours until this car park has been resolved. Because this is a strike against humanity if they think they can get away with shit like this. Because I've got another thing coming. I am super petty. I brought things onto the podcast. I'm making people listen to this. for like 6 to 7 minutes. I'm being super petty about this. Undeniably. But you know what? It's my birthright. As the oldest child, it is the birthright of the oldest child to have things like these. That's just a fact.